21st century Yerevan. It's been 75 years since the Second World War ended, and Nazism was defeated. But that doesn't mean the Nazis are gone. An attack on the Holocaust Memorial was carried out in the Armenian capital. Vandals painted a monument to the victims of the Nazi executioners. Half of the monument dedicated to Jewish victims was damaged. The memorial, located on Ring Boulevard in the Armenian capital, consists of two parts and was conceived as a place uniting Jews and Armenians. One plate has an inscription in Hebrew with a dedication to the victims of the Holocaust. The second one is dedicated to the Armenian victims. The Armenian part of the monument remained intact. And just a few days later, the monument of Armenian and Israeli friendship in Yerevan was also vandalized. This is the second case of vandalism to the monuments related to Jewish people in the last week. And this is not the first time. One of the latest incidents with the Yerevan Holocaust Memorial took place just a few months ago, in the fall of 2020. Against the hostilities background in Nagorno-Karabakh, anti-Israeli sentiments were actively cultivated in Armenia. The head of the Armenian government, Nikol Pashinyan, publicly accused Israel of arming certain, quote, terrorists and mercenaries who allegedly fought in Nagorno-Karabakh and coarsely refused Israeli humanitarian aid. The memorial has been attacked before. For example, in 2010, vandals painted a swastika and a Nazi inscription on it. Then, too, only the Jewish half of the monument was damaged, and the Armenian half remained intact. Quote, "I don't want to believe that an Armenian did it," Sovanar Kostanyan, head of the International Public Organization for Humanitarian Development, wrote on Facebook, expressing a version that the desecration of the monument was committed by, quote, "the special services of enemy countries," with the aim of provocation. This statement only reaffirms that the ideology of radical nationalism still reigns in Armenia. Kostanyan cannot condemn vandalism without once again proclaiming the idea of exceptional Armenian superiority. Research carried out by authoritative international organizations has shown an extremely high level of antisemitism in Armenia in recent years. According to the Pew Research Center, in terms of this indicator, Armenia is the absolute leader among Central and Eastern European countries. 32% of the country's population refuse to consider Jews their full-fledged fellow citizens. A poll by the Anti-Defamation League showed that 63% of Armenians hate Jews, quote, "because of their behavior." Despite that the Jewish population in Armenia is small, some 45% of Armenians think that Jews, quote, "talk too much about the Holocaust," and 38% of Armenians blame Jews for most world wars. It isn't challenging to find concrete examples of anti-Semitism by Armenians. In February 2002, the presentation of the book National System by a member of the Writers' Union of Armenia, Roman Episkoposyan, took place at the Yerevan House of Writers. In a book published in Armenian and Russian, Episkoposyan identified Jews as, quote, "destroyers of the nation," placing them on par with, in his opinion, the main enemy of the Armenians, Turkey. The Holocaust, in the author's opinion, is the biggest falsification in history, said Rima Varshapetyan, chairperson of the Jewish community of Armenia, in her report, Antisemitism in Armenia. In 1999, Igor Muridyan, one of the principal founders of the separatist movement in Nagorno-Karabakh, published a long article on the historical conflict between Aryan Armenians and Semitic Jews. In 2004, ethnologist Ranush Karatyan, who oversaw the work of the Armenian government with religious minorities, accused Jews of, quote, "anti-Christian deeds." At that time, the president of Armenia was Robert Kocharyan, who himself proclaimed such fascist theses. He spoke about the, quote, "genetic incompatibility of Armenians and Azerbaijanis." Armenian nationalists have long been waging war with the memorial to the victims of the Holocaust and other monuments that don't fit into the concept of Armenian exclusivity. The results of this war are very clearly visible in the territories that were liberated by the Azerbaijani army in the autumn of 2020, after many years of occupation. During the years of occupation, the Russian Orthodox Church in the Kojevan district was turned to ruins. It was the only Russian Orthodox church in the territory of Nagorno-Karabakh, which once belonged to the Terek Cossacks. In contrast to the, quote, alien monuments, the Armenians erect busts and statues of their heroes, such as the famous Nazi accomplice, Garagan Nijde. In January 2021, the monument to Nijde was erected by the Armenians in the Russian peacekeepers' zone of responsibility in Nagorno-Karabakh. According to Armenian sources' information, in particular, judging by several Armenian MPs' remarks, with Russian peacekeepers' participation, intensive negotiations are underway to dismantle the monument to Nijde.